Hey everyone, welcome back to the Tuscan Urban Farmstead, where we are always so busy multitasking that we forget to make the videos. So I have to do these backtracking videos. Right, so what are we up to today? The wool, that's a never-ending story, of course. This, here's another one. This is the stack of pot holders you can buy at IKEA, however you want to say it. And so practically I already had made this long time ago. As you can see, there's still traces of the hot glue, which had these glued onto it. Thing is that this was so... I had used it so much, it had gotten so dirty, so ugly, and all of the little stones had popped off. So I said, okay, instead of throwing it out, what we're going to do, we're going to fix it up, make it new, give it a new look, and go. Well, pretty much the same look, just changing the colors. So these will be now washed off before I start playing with the hot glue gun. Yeah, my language always gets scrambled like that. I can't stand it anymore. Anyhow, as long as I notice it, it's a good thing. So here we go. So yeah, if you are suffering from, mental fogs and difficulties, but you can at least keep a mental track of it, you notice it when it's happening, and, you at least can take notice of it. You're not completely oblivious to it. That's already a good thing. Pat yourself on the back. And don't be ashamed to admit to the problem, right? Because if you try to deny it, it's going to keep on. If instead you acknowledge and say, oh yeah, that happens, well, when when I have my brain, when I've fed my brain with the nutrients it needs, I'll be able to smooth that out. We'll talk about that another time though. So this, I'm showing you this because that is the original color that was on top of this board. So yeah, seems like I've just gone over a little bit from this kind of light violet-y, pinky kind of color. I just went over and made it into a blue. I used this chalk paint. Color is urban gray. Oh, great. I didn't even notice that. Urban gray for the Tuscan Urban Farmstead. Yay. Right. Some silver. First a hand of that, then very, very little, very light silver coating, right? And so this I'm showing you also for another reason. This is a little thing you could do, like if you're annoyed with your glass stuff around the house. All you do is glue it on the back side where you're not going to be using it instead of the front side. You glue it face down so that when you turn it around you see the picture instead of the back of the cutout. Then you paint over it, and then I never really got around to giving this the final finish, so everything started chipping off over time. So I'm gonna get around to maybe I will, I don't know, facing that up. This is just like for me to be holding stuff in, as you can see. By the way, since I have it all here out, I can show you. This, I think I made a video in the past where I was doing this. This is, once again, the paper I'm using here is once again the, I'm going to find the word, wallpaper. These are tin cans. Yes, I'm sure you realize this is going to be a piggy bank, which I will be selling, hopefully, at the thrift store. And these are the condensed milk cans. So, yeah. It's obviously not finished. I'll get around to showing you more of that another time. I have to also get around to putting the... I can't reach it from here. You see that little black box up there? Yes, it's got the pheasant. I'll show it to you later. I just glued the pheasant on the other day, and now I will be getting around to covering it with flatting, boat flatting. I always use the cheapest stuff I can find out there to make it waterproof, and then I'll be enjoying my little box. Yay! What else have we been up to today? yeah, we made a bunch of pancakes. So they're in there. Maybe I should have let them, I should have let them cool down before putting the lid over that. So, yeah, today there's a lot of multitasking going on here at the Tuscan Urban Farmstead. Yeah, I do need a drink. And cheers to you too. Talk soon. Ciao for now.